Howdy. Today's video will focus on imaginary numbers and reducing radicals. So in imaginary land, once upon a time, somebody created an imaginary number. Yeah, pretty much. So an imaginary number is a number that can be written as a real number multiplied by an imaginary unit. This unit being defined as I squared equals -1 or I equals the square root of -1. So if we have the square root of -25, that would just be 5i. Okay? Alright. Not too difficult. Alright. But there is something called the complex number, as an imaginary number combined with a real number. Thus, if we have 5 plus the square root of -4, that would be 5 plus 2i. Yeah, buddy. Alright. Let's see. What's next? Reducing radicals. So that's pretty much it for imaginary numbers. That's just a little tidbit of information. Alright, so reducing radicals. Remember when I told you that factoring numbers is a big thing? Well, factoring numbers is going to come into play right meow. So, a radical is just a square root sign. Alright, so this is a radical. Now, we reduce radicals whenever we have a large number inside our radical. Alright, and when that large number doesn't reduce to a whole number. So, such as 300. Now, how would we reduce that? Well, let's see. Reducing radicals with a sprinkle of imaginary numbers. Okay, so 300, we first need to factor 300. So, inside of our little radical, let's say, does 2 go into there? Yes, 2 does. 2 times 150. What about 150? What goes in 150? Let's say 3 goes in 150. So we're going to do 3, and that leaves us with let's say 300, and then 2 and 150. 3 and 50. What goes in 50? Let's see, 2 and 25. What goes in 25? 5 and 5. Okay, so we're going to have 2, 3, 2, 5, and 5. Times 5 times 5. That is 300. Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do. We're going to look for pairs. 5 and 5, that's a pair. And then 2 and 2, that's a pair. So we're going to take those out, alright? And take them to the outside. So that's going to give us a 2 on the outside times a 5 on the outside. And what's left on the inside? 3. So our answer to the square root of 300 would be 2 times 5 would be 10 square root of 3. Okay? Let me erase this. La-di-la-di-da. Okay, so now the square root of -275. Alright. Now, let's see. We're going to go ahead and factor 275. So 275. Well, -275 factors to -1 and 275. Let's see. Right, yeah, 5 and 55. Alright, and then 55 reduces to 5 and 11. Okay, so then put those under our radical. Okay, now look for pairs and any negatives. All right, so then that would we're gonna take out our pair of 5s and put it on the outside. So 5 on the outside, and then the square root of -1 is just I, so it's gonna be 5i, and then what's left? 11. Okay, so then the -275 reduced is just 5i square root of 11. Okay, next 117. Ooh, that one's ugly. Okay, well, I can do this. Okay, so then let's go ahead and square. Let's reduce. Let's factor 117. That's going to be, say, 3 and 39. That would be 3 and 13. Okay, and then 13 doesn't reduce. So on this one here, we're going to have the square root of 3 times 3 times 13. So pretty much that reduced, we're just going to take out the 3's. So we're going to have a 3 on the outside and 13. There you have it. One more, square root of 60. Factor 60. So that's the 2 and 30. That's 3 and 10. That's 2 and 5. Okay, so we're going to have 2, 2, 3, and 5. So 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Where the pairs would be 2's, so take out the 2's. So our answer would be 2 square root of 3 times 5 is 15. And there you have it. That's imaginary numbers and reducing radicals. And pretty simple stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video. Nice and short. See you all in class. Thanks for watching.